Skymaster, comment, radio check on Oscar. Skymaster, copy you loud and clear. How do you copy me?
Every day, we have to be 100% correct. Every day, we have to win.
Anthony Ornato is the special agent in charge of the Secret Service Presidential Protective Division.
Casey Stengel says the Yankees just paid him to win 2 out of 3. We have to win every single time we step out of that White House and every day we're at the White House. We have to win.
Anthony commands the division positioned closest to America's biggest target, the Commander-in-Chief.
He's mobile passing post 124.
Outside of the men and women standing directly in the line of fire is an army of thousands of agents stationed worldwide to protect the president.
The Secret Service impacts the life of the president greatly. We probably restrict President Trump more than he wants to be restricted because it's difficult for the president to live in a bubble.
4 critical teams comprise the protective arm of the Secret Service, known as the Bubble. Protective operations, including the Presidential Protective Division.
Be advised, local motor case passing post 134.
They are the inner circle, standing steps from the president wherever he goes. And special ops.
This is Hercules 4.
Like counter snipers.
You think you can make contact with that security guard?
We'll be close to the protectee.
Counter assault.
Can you hold myself and K9 175 for the alert coverage?
And the K9 Explosive Detection Unit. And then there's protective intelligence.
What's happening with this?
There was an unknown substance. We'll determine what it is.
Analyzing potential threats against the president.
Find to see if there's a threat in that letter or if they can find the owner.
The Uniform Division.
We can't take pictures, man. No.
Standing guard at the White House and anywhere else the president goes. And finally,
I'll run this stuff, try to get as much information as we can.
Investigations.
They went over to keep an eye on him.
Where agents monitor the motives of people who make threats against the president.
The Secret Service prepares for all threats. Twitter or Facebook threats, lone wolf threats, terrorist team attacker, people that want to cause chaos and disruption, all the way to threats that we haven't even comprehended that people can dream up. Our role is to be command and control wherever the president goes around the world.
We'll take a look at how the president's protective bubble shields him from threats. At the White House, in the Capitol, across the nation, and around the world. For the first time, cameras embed inside the Secret Service bubble as it faces security threats abroad.
Manila is a perfect example of a very challenging location because of what their security forces face every day. It has been a breeding ground for terrorist activity and training. We bring the president to a location like that. Requires a number of classified assets, weapons, technical security assets, counter-assault teams, counter-sniper teams, counter-surveillance units, protective intelligence. They all work together to form one effective security plan prior to the president arriving.
The longest trip of the Donald Trump administration is now underway. In all, it will be a 12-day trip, ending in the Philippines next week.
Gotcha. The guys did a great job. So we leave at about 4 o'clock tomorrow. We have threats wherever we go around the world. They don't lessen. So we have to make sure we're bringing the president into a safe environment. That's what our advance teams are for.
Ahead of any presidential trip, the Secret Service sends an advance team made up of all 4 arms of the bubble to secure the location.
Are you good with staying in that room until it becomes an office? You're okay with that?
Yep, I'll make it work.
Every advance team has a lead agent. For the Manila trip, the lead is Chad Reagan.
And we made sure you guys are behind the security guard there, so I remember from doing logistics over in Sicily, you guys requested that, so we'll make sure you guys get a room back there.
This morning we're here to receive the country brief on the President's upcoming visit to Manila. But I'd like to start with introductions around the room.